episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I'm chilling with my partner in crime, John. How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
Baselworld, stressing. Stressful.
Stressful, why?
So much to catch up on.
That's true, we have been busy, haven't we?
Well, you know, at least busy reading the blogs. But today we're going to talk about kind of a few pieces we really like from Baselworld, a few pieces we really don't like from Baselworld. And truth is, we have pretty differing opinions on a lot of stuff. What are you wearing today, man?
Today I'm wearing my JLC triple date, the older version, the 37 mil.
Oh, nice.
We actually just had one of these in.
It's sold in a day.
Less. 4 hours.
But yours is not for sale, right?
Not for sale.
I'm wearing the Omega Speedmaster Apollo 14? Yep, 14.
Classic.
Limited edition. And by the way, guys, we got some tasty Jaegers over at delraywatch.com. A link in the description below.
Home of the Jaeger.
Home of the one Jaeger in stock right now. And if you guys really want a Patek and you want a rose gold watch, but you don't have 20 grand, you have closer to 2. It's closer to 2 than it is to 20. Check out the watch we just posted. It's really a beauty.
It's really nice.
So, Baselworld 2018. First, let's get the elephant out of the room, alright?
Okay.
Rolex kicked ass.
Yes.
I mean, I know you don't love the Pepsi, but like, it's pretty much the only watch that really matters that came out.
That's the only watch Baselworld themselves are talking about.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, okay, new Omega Seamaster, okay, 5 minutes. New Patek, okay. No,
it's what
Pepsi.
everyone knew would come out, and everybody wanted it to happen, and it did.
Yeah, but dude, I've been calling a new Pepsi for 5 years, and I've been wrong every single year until this year.
But this year you were right. So you win.
So I win. And the reason there's a cut there is because we just got a phone call. Damn, customers always getting in the way. Yeah, probably shouldn't say that. I'm messing with you guys. Completely lost my train of thought. But we have a lot of watches that we kind of like and we don't like and we disagree on. So why don't we start with you? Apart from Rolex, which we'll get out of the way.
Okay.
What are some hot models this year at Baselworld for you?
I mean, personally, I didn't think that there were a lot of great models in comparison with other years or even with SIHH.
Yeah, it was a pretty.
So, I mean, I think it's fair to say, obviously, Rolex took it away, but one watch that I really did like was the new Patek Pilot Travel Time in Rose Gold.
Oh, God.
Kind of a remake rendition of, the other metals.
And this is where the differences come in. I think that's a huge steaming turd.
Why?
It's not symmetrical. It's an aviation piece, which Patek and aviation go together like peanut butter and mayonnaise, but some people like that.
Well, I mean, if you didn't like the original, you weren't going to like this one.
If you don't like the original and 20 grand, you can spend 40 grand on the gold version.
Well, the thing is, in the secondary market, I am anticipating that they're going to be trading at similar markups.
You're right. Okay.
Which do make it a hot collector's piece and very hot for dealers.
You are absolutely right. It is going to trade higher. I think the steel is always going to have a bigger premium, but still, man.
But they also have a 37.5 millimeter. So for the guy that doesn't want to wear the 42, he can technically wear what they're calling the ladies. Or just for a smaller guy, I'm even contemplating a 37.5 millimeter.
Fair enough.
I can't wear a 42.
It's just Patek. I mean, they made the Nautilus Perpetual was cool, but that stupid Aquanaut and that Caltra, I mean, I don't know. It's just not for me. It's just not for me.
That's fair. Well, what about you then?
Honestly, I mean, I also have to mention Tudor. They came out with a Pepsi, which, a lot of guys said, Fed, why didn't you mention it in your last video? I don't love it. The Tudor Pepsi feels like a Pepsi Light, like a cheap version of the Rolex. It is a cheap version.
It's like we have Pepsi just came out, and also this other Pepsi came out.
Or RC Cola, I don't know. That's something. Actually, it's not my favorite either. But honestly, I think a couple of the low-run pieces were fantastic this year. The Tissot Anti-Magnetic, I don't even know the name of the model. I'm going to put up a picture. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
It is gorgeous. It's got the anti-magnetic screw.
Dress watch? Or?
It's a sports watch from the 40s, which makes it like a dress watch today. And then we have the new Longines, which is going to be, well, apart from the Legend Diver, which is super hot, but the new Longines vintage reissue, which is basically like the Heritage 1945. Is it 1945, 1948? The Heritage series. Yeah, the Heritage series. It's going to dethrone that. I mean, I think Tissot and Longines made some awesome stuff. I think Omega, I don't like the new Seamaster wave dial. I mean, I think they're going to sell a ton of them.
They always do.
But to me, it looks like a zebra animal print. Like,
instead of a wave.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a big guy. I mean, I am a big guy. I'm sure I'm a big fan of that. But I don't know, man.
That's surprising to me, because you always liked the wave dial Seamasters. You always loved the Seamaster ever since the original.
Yeah, but the new one, it's like too Seamaster. Like, it's like too... It's really hard to explain, guys. I mean, I don't know. I know I'm in the minority here. Like, maybe I think most people are going to love it.
Maybe it has, like, the modern styling cues of some of the other Seamaster lines, like the 600M, and it's just not the watch.
It just does not work for me, but I could grow to like it. I mean, there's more than a few watches that, like, I've grown into really liking. And what else? H. Moser and their funny Patek Philippe commercial.
That's hilarious. Rip on Patek.
Not a funny watch necessarily, but guys, if you haven't seen the H. Moser commercial, Father to Son, I think it's called. Go look that up. It's pretty damn hilarious.
It's probably true.
It is. It's the most like true thing
that no one wanted to say.
Yeah, guys, go check that out. But what else, John? What else is out there? Rado, I mean, the Captain Cook last year
came out with the same watch, different dial combinations.
Yeah, kind of boring. Breguet, the new Marine.
Which looks like a Louis Vuitton tambour, which really makes me upset because it doesn't feel like the Breguet Marine, which is a very nice and has a very superlative movement in it, which this also does, but it looks like a Louis Vuitton tambour.
And, okay, well, what about Blancpain? I haven't even seen any releases from Blancpain.
They did something. I don't
That's
know.
That's how interesting it was. It's so interesting that the most we can think of is that they did something.
We don't get calls for Blancpain very often. Very few calls.
But as a watch enthusiast, forget about what we sell. I mean, like, no real splash this year, huh?
No, not really.
Yeah.
If you're curious, what also upset me.
Yeah, I am actually.
Is actually not so much the watch or the quality of the watch, but what Tag Heuer is doing now.
Oh yeah, you went on an hour rant this morning. Yeah,
I'll tell you guys this. They're releasing a Tag Heuer Monaco. You all know the model, but now there's a co-branded watch with Bamford, which is very popular.
They mod Rolexes and PVD, DLC, stuff like that.
It's a very neat and very appealing watch to look at, but the problem is it says Bamford on it, and the problem that I have is Tag Heuer's starting to do this now. They did it with Alec Monopoly. They made a few watches that looked cool, and they said, hey, he designed this watch. And then they're doing it again with Bamford. And for a brand that's been traditionally entry level to now kind of raise their prices like this and say, hey, we do everything. We do vintage inspired watches. We do co-branded watches. We do tourbillons. It's just it's too much to look at. It's like, where do you go? Which direction? Which Tag Heuer am I supposed to buy?
You know what? I completely agree with you. I hate the strategy. But Jean-Claude Bivet, the market, I love JCB. He's like the genius behind it. It is going to work. But yeah, Heuer, Tag Heuer, I'm struggling. I'm tough with that too.
Well, speaking of him, you have Hublot, and now they're releasing watches, for example, that was just released at Basel, that looks like it belongs in a Ronald McDonald Happy Meal. It's this putrid red color that looks directly... That's what he should do, is he should go back to Hublot and put McDonald's on the name of this watch.
I'm sure when Jean-Claude Bivet was designing it, he's like, I want it in putrid red. That's exactly what he said.
It's McDonald's red. I just don't know if we can say McDonald's on YouTube.
Yeah, as you can see, not a huge Baselworld, not a much enthusiasm from us. But Rolex, that was big enough to shake the watch world all year, I think. Pretty much.
We have a waiting list, even though we don't have a waiting list.
Yeah, we don't even sell them, And we're getting calls. We're like, we're not an AD, right? It's like, I don't care. Put me on the list. Like, I'm like, okay.
We don't have them. No one has them.
Yeah, no, like, and we're being, I was like, dude, like, it's going to be years before we get them. Like, I don't care. Put my name twice. And I'm like, okay,
We're being asked to make up spot prices on watches that aren't actually in production.
Yeah, I'd be like, how much you guys charging a dollar? Oh, $70,000. I want 2 of them. I'm like, hey, okay. No, but guys, for real, no real plans on getting a Pepsi bezel anytime soon, especially if you've seen my last video. All right, that was a little bit more animated than usual. John, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Sure, love being here.
And fellas, please go check out delraywatch.com. It ensures we do not become homeless. Link in the description below. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.